Welcome back, everyone, to the Dietl and Daniel Show. This is a story 23 years in the making. On our first show, we told you about a missing Iowa boy, Johnny Gosch. He was kidnapped back in 1982. His mother, Noreen, was here to tell her side of the story.
You are obsessed with this story, I know. Today we have the man who may know what happened to little Johnny. Some claim that former White House reporter Jeff Gannon may actually be the missing boy. So right now, let's take a look back at how the story got started. Johnny Gosch vanished from his West Des Moines, Iowa neighborhood without a trace. The newspaper delivery boy was on his morning route when he disappeared. One theory, the boy was kidnapped, sexually abused, sold into a child sex slavery ring, and brainwashed by the CIA. Some claim Gosch was snatched for the Monarch Project, a government-sponsored mind and behavioral control program designed to create top-secret escorts. The story then picks up in 2005. The internet was abuzz with word that former White House reporter Jeff Gannon may in fact be Johnny Gosch. The claim based on similar body markings and a lack of information about Gannon's early years.
We have looked into some records that came from Pennsylvania where Mr. Gannon/Guckert supposedly went to high school. We've looked at photographs, and some of them match, some of them don't. There's several photographs that look strikingly like Johnny Gosch, and there are some that don't even look like him at all.
In February, Gannon was exposed. His name actually James Guckert, a man with no journalism experience whatsoever, who had links to several gay escort services online. And joining us right now from Davie, Florida, the man at the center of the controversy. You're looking at him, former White House reporter Jeff Gannon, who watched our show and Bo's interview and wanted to come on and chat, and we appreciate that, sir. So, Jeff, here's what Noreen Gosch said on our last show. Let's listen, and then I'm going to ask you to react.
I do not know if Gannon is Johnny or not. Only a DNA test would provide that information conclusively.
Jeff, one question for you. Let's get right to the point. Are you willing to take a DNA test and settle the controversy once and for all? Yes or no?
Absolutely, I would definitely take a DNA test, but that isn't even necessary because there's so much evidence available to disprove these accusations.
That's a yes, then.
Well, he's saying yes. My friend Jeff is saying yes.
As a lawyer, I can smell a
No.
hitch.
You got to understand something. My friend here, Jeff, who's come on our show today, didn't do anybody else's show, he's going to tell us the facts. Jeff, how old are you, first off?
I'm 48 years old.
48 years old. My man Johnny Gosch there would be 35 years old. Lisa,
why
the
are you
numbers.
Avoiding the question?
No. He just said, hey, Jeff, you said you would take a DNA. I could set this whole thing up, but let's get to the point. The point is, by giving a DNA sample, there could be opening up some other avenues of things that I kind of know that you possibly could be involved, and I don't knock it. Again, if you want to go suck on a Johnny Pump or whatever you want to do, you could do in this world. But the point is, all we're here for is to show that my friend Jeff is not Johnny Gosch. Jeff?
There are dozens of people who have known me most of my life that could definitely vouch for the fact that I am not this person. Look, what happened to this child and the suffering that his mother has endured is a tragedy. But it's also been very difficult for me and my family, my real mother and members of my family who have had to listen to these fabrications being spread in newspapers, on television, and on the internet.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a question, not Bo. Jeff, are you willing to take a DNA test, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes. When I cut my finger yesterday, there was plenty of DNA available. You should have stopped by.
What else you want, Lisa?
Are you his lawyer?
No, excuse me. He's my friend Jeff down there. Jeff, thank you for coming on the show again. You know what we're doing here? All this conspiracy stuff on the blogs, on all these internets, what we're doing is we're cutting to the chase now. Again, I don't understand why, and you said it to me over the phone, and you said that you feel sorry for Noreen. You feel sorry for her missing her son, and you wouldn't put her through if you were her son.
You're
you said you're 40.
In his mouth,
he says he's 40.
Jeff, let's hear from him. What did you think when you saw Noreen Gosch? Let him speak. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I feel that this woman is being used by people who are trying to promote themselves as being investigators when they're not. They're fabricators. They've defamed me and put this woman through unnecessary pain, giving her hope where it doesn't exist.
Jeff, you tell them. And I'm going to tell you something right now, Jeff. If we want to shut everybody's mouths up, I'll arrange with you a little DNA, give me a little blood, a little saliva, whatever you want to do, and then we'll get a little from Noreen, and we'll see, and we'll show them it doesn't match, and then everyone will keep their mouths shut and let you get on with your life. Because as far as I'm concerned, whatever you do in your life, if it's not a crime involved, whatever you want to be involved with, I don't really care. What I care about is people making up stories about other people and making you live now on the edge of your life.
Here's my question. Jeff, have you reached out to Noreen? What have you told her?
I have not been in communication with this woman because I can't determine whether some of the emails I'm getting are actually this woman or not. There are hundreds of people that are contacting me about this story. I have no idea who they are. Nameless, faceless people making wild accusations.
Do you have a pen and paper? Because I can give you her phone number right after the show. Bo, are you on a payroll?
No, I'm not on a payroll. But when a guy is falsely accused, you got to stand up for innocent people. You're an attorney. You understand that, too. The man is going to give his DNA. The man is 48 years old. Johnny Gosch would be 35 years old. He looks 48 years old. I'm 54 years old. He looks 48 years old. Why can't the guy be telling the truth?
How about we talk about Gannon Gate? Jeff, are you on any type of payroll, White House, Republican?
Absolutely not. Never. I have been in the past or now.
Can you understand why people would think that you're not always telling the truth? Your name isn't what you said it was. Then the liberal blogs come out and say that there's a different story. You resign. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but can you see that people may not know that you're telling the truth here?
Well, I think people who are listening to nameless, faceless people making accusations on the internet, I'm sitting here in front of your cameras today to answer your questions. Where are these people? These people hide behind screen names on the internet. I'm here. I'm willing to give the evidence and tell my side of the story. Frankly, I haven't had the opportunity to tell my side of the story. Any time that I've made appearances, people have protested my appearance, tried to shout me down. I had to go 6-on-1 2 weeks ago at one event. It's my turn. Why don't people believe me as opposed to some of these other people?
Your friend Bo Dietl believes you. I want to thank you very much for coming on the show today and clearing this thing up. We'll do this DNA thing, and I'll make my friend Lisa here see that you are, in fact, who you say you are.
And Noreen Gosch, we did invite to come on to the show, but she refused. I want to thank Jeff Gannon and his lawyer, Bo Dietl, for coming on the show.